Hello friends, welcome to Code Crush Coding. In this video, we are going to understand what is JDBC and why it's important for Java developers. So first thing is, what is JDBC? So JDBC stands for Java Database Connectivity. So it's a Java API that allows you to connect and interact with the database from your Java program. So consider it's in such a way that you have a Java code on one side and on the other side you have a database connection, and inside the database you have different schemas, and inside the schemas you have different tables, and you need to take a data or insert a data or update a data from the database in your Java code. So how you can connect these two things? So with the help of JDBC API or the Java API, that is JDBC, you can connect with your database. So JDBC provides you a different methods to connect, query, update and manage database using Java. So with the help of Java code, you can interact with your database. So JDBC is like a bridge that connects Java application with database, just like a driver helps a car reach its destination. So you can understand it in such a way that it is like a bridge between your Java code and the database. So why do we need JDBC? So Java applications often need to store and retrieve data from databases. So we have seen with the help of variables, you can store a data in your Java code, but sometimes you need to access a multiple data, right? So in that case, you need to store, update, delete, all operations you need to perform. So it becomes very useful with the help of JDBC. So JDBC connects Java programs to relational database. So what are these relational database? So different type of relational database are MySQL, PostgreSQL, Oracle, etc. We will see MySQL in this tutorial. Okay. After that, we can execute SQL queries directly from Java code. So with the help of SQL queries inside the Java code, we can directly call the database. Then we can retrieve and manipulate data easily. So how does JDBC work? So inside your Java code, how you can establish a connection with your database. So these are 5 important steps that we need to follow. So the first step is we need to import the package, that is java.sql. Then we need to load and register the JDBC driver. So this is our first step. After this, we need to establish a connection with the database. So once we establish a connection with the database, then we can create a statement or prepared statement. So we will see what is the difference between a statement and prepared statement in upcoming videos. We will go step by step. Okay. After that, we need to execute the SQL queries. So SQL query can be anyone, right? Whether it can be a select query to read the data, insert to insert the data, update to update the data, delete to remove the data, right? After that, we can close the connection to free resources. So these are 5 important steps that we need to follow to connect to the database. So the first step was to import the package and load the driver, right? So we can import the package, then we can load the driver. So with the help of class.forName, and inside that you need to provide com.mysql.cg.jdbc.driver. This step is now optional, so we just need to import the package. Okay, when we will see the actual coding, you will understand it. Then we need to establish the connection. See, after that we need to establish a connection. So this is a step here. With the help of connection class, we can establish a connection with driver manager.get connection, and inside this you need to pass the URL, then the username of your database, and then the password of your database. After establishing the connection, we can create a statement. So with the help of a statement, we can create a statement here, on.create statement, and then we can execute a query. We will see in our demo how we can do this. So in the next video, we will see how we can set up the environment and write the first JDBC code.